Man, we are back in the house. Holiday time. You with your boy. And you with the Ohio State Buckeyes this weekend. I know y'all going to talk crazy to me tonight. I can't wait. But, man, welcome to the Thanksgiving holiday weekend version of what? The Pull-Up Podcast Show with your boy, the one and only Coach Tony. Take care, of couple housekeeping notes. Please make sure you share the show. Like us. Make sure your friends like us. But more importantly, subscribe to the show. Man, we're in our fourth season, episode 411. Whew! Your boy put in some work. By the way, I'm still looking for a title sponsor, so get at me. We're going to talk about that. But before we do it, I got my sidekick with me, Val the Voice Johnson. You know my words are, right? Val, drop it. Oh, man, we don't get a chance to.
It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Bounce the boys and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. Show. I said bounce the boys and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast.
Man, it's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. It's the Pull-Up Podcast. The show. Val is the engineer. Say what? Coach Tony is the one you hear. What? Man, you love that track, baby. Thanks for pulling up on us on the holiday edition of the Pull-Up Podcast show. Let me bring the stage my trusty sidekick. We get jumped off in the sports section. My girl, Val the Voice. She's been traveling like Tom Joyner, by the way. You know, I know you got some airline. I know you got the miles. I know Southwest. Is Southwest giving you, Val, are they giving you more than peanuts? Because last time I was on, they gave me pretzels and peanuts.
It's the same, Coach. It hasn't changed.
hey, you know, I'm gonna go back to school days.
What about school days? What about school days? What about school days?
You know when they you know, man, you messing my shoes. You know, everybody was crazy. You know, man, Southwest, y'all gotta do better than that, because you already know, like the number one, you know, thing that we're looking at in terms of airlines right now. They gotta do better than that. But we're pulling up on everybody tonight. What's going on? Everybody backstage, feel you say, what's up? Checking in tonight. Happy Thanksgiving to my NCC crew in the house tonight. We appreciate it. Man, Val, you seriously like to fly jockey. You just got back from the way out in the Midwest, man. Tell us a little bit about how your holidays went.
I don't really think that Omaha, Nebraska is way out. I feel like that's
way out.
Local. No, it's not that. It's not that.
It ain't local. Hell no, it ain't local. It's Midwest, but it's like west of the Midwest.
I understand that, but here's the thing. I go there. I've been going ever since my mom passed in 2019. But my aunts are there, and there's two of them still living. So, but my cousins, I got a lot of boy cousins, especially with my Aunt Lois, and they love football. I have not watched so much football in my entire life.
And like I love your cousin for making you watch some football. It's football season. I mean, it's college football playoff time. So I mean, I get it. But while you was out there, did y'all get a lot of snow?
Actually, we did. And I feel like the snow traveled with me and came right on over here to Chicago. I had a neighbor, you know, actually hit me up and say, "Hey, Val, are you there? I saw that your stairs are snow covered because I have a porch."
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, my neighbor came in, I looked at him, I says, "This white stuff was not here when I left. You need to take it back. Why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here?"
And I don't want to make y'all mad, because I was going to take a picture today and sing you my beautifully clean streets that we driving around on in Nashville, Tennessee. You know,
Don't brag.
Gary, what's up, baby? Morgan Park in the house, 81, checking in, baby. What's happening?
Yeah, he's doing good. Good to see you, of course. And I see Ashley from Brooklyn is in the building. Good to see you, sir.
House, good evening. Hey man, I'm just glad to be whole. You know, my weekend was kind of spiritual, Val. That's probably the best word I could use. You know what I mean? It was
okay.
The good Lord is with me. You know, for everybody with the Pull Up Podcast show, I lost 2 close family members. My deep aunt, you know, Shirley Suttles, gone at 81 years old. Then my cousin, colon cancer, gone at 57. So God ain't playing no more, but, you know, it was good to just get back home, you know. And when I say home, even though I'm from Chicago, home is really Alabama. That's where my mama, 13, 14 brothers and sisters reside. And, you know, to get back to where it all started from, where I came up in the trenches, basically because when I wasn't in the city, that's where I was at, running around in the country. You know what I mean, Val? So it was real good. And I had to get the grandbabies with me, Val. I had the baby girls with me. They was loving Pawpaw this whole weekend. So I had Skylar and Olivia with me. Shout out big time. Baby girls are with me this weekend and got a chance to just get some old school great aunties, Val. I got the great aunts. I got the great
aunts. You got some great aunts. Oh, okay. I like that.
So that means my grandbabies got some great greats. You know what I mean? great greats. A lot of us don't get a chance to get that. You know what I mean?
I know. And to unite with family, it's wonderful how sports can unite you, but it's also can be healing when you come together, even to remember those that are no longer with us. So I completely understand where you're coming from, Coach. And
I got a trick question for you too.
You got a trick question after I try to get sensitive on you like this?
Yeah, you try to get sensitive. I can't be doing all that.
Here you go. Here we go. What you talking about?
And I want y'all to put it in the tagline, you know, and as Lisa said right there, I'm so sorry and I appreciate you. I love you. You know, you already fam already, Lisa. But I want y'all to answer this question for me. Is your Thanksgiving holiday more family related than Christmas? Ooh.
That's really a good question, Coach.
Yeah, I need to know. Let me ask you, do you feel that you are more family oriented during Thanksgiving, or do you feel that you're more family oriented during Christmas time?
Let's see. I think ultimately I am more. It doesn't matter because my mom loved both holidays.
Right.
And I think Christmas, the fight to be with her every Christmas, and when I lived in New York, I would either come to Chicago or find her. She didn't like traveling in the wintertime.
Understand, because you from Chicago, you ain't trying to travel no damn where to get to the south side, to the west side. Well, downtown is hard. You talking?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, oh my God.
No one wants to do that. So here's the thing. My mom and I, we didn't get together in Thanksgiving that much, but Christmas we made it a point. So I'm learning that now with Thanksgiving, it's the kickoff of the holidays. So what I'm really thinking about is that I want to be with my family over the food because there's such great food. In fact, I'm looking at, I don't know where it is, but I brought some pound cake, some 7-Up pound cake.
Hey, Omaha. I don't mean to stop you because we about to fight and argue right here because they got on me. They laughed at me Saturday night.
What they laugh at?
How do you? I'm not even gonna give you the secret. I'm not gonna tell you. When you get a piece of your pound cake, I want y'all to listen to me. Everybody, Ashley, listen to me. I appreciate the soft words and beautiful words. I appreciate you, Lisa. When you get some pound cake and you warm it up to eat, describe your entire, situation of warming it up to eating it, what you put on it, what you do. Well, tell me about your pound cake.
Oh wow, we gonna go there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we're
gotta
gonna
go there.
go there.
Real early. I gotta go there right. Hey, matter of fact, bro, we're going there right now.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I think for myself, doing pound cake, I gotta have a Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean or coffee ice cream on top of it, or I
Okay.
gotta have my
See that?
nice coffee. Coffee is, as New Yorkers say, coffee with a nice creamer in there,
Okay.
oat milk creamer, and then I can dip the piece of the cake in the coffee. We
Wow.
don't mean to make you hungry right
Have
now,
me,
but I'm just saying,
have
like
me till you
that's
start
what it,
dipping. Start you have me till you dipping. You dip and go, dip
you,
and go,
you
dip and go. Huh? You had me before then, but I'm with you. And Lisa said warm pound cake with a scoop of Haagen-Dazs. She like, but I'm gonna give you one, Lisa. Check this out. Your boy keep it simple. I get my pound cake, Val. I cut at least about a third because I'm gonna eat. You know, it's about I get a block about that big. But I gotta get the butter. I get about a quarter thing of butter. And I put the butter out. I'm so crazy. I put the butter out room temperature about 30 minutes before I eat the pound cake, right? Pound cake sitting there, Val, like, you gonna eat me or what? Because I'm just sitting up in this lonely room. What's going on? And I'm telling the pound cake, relax, I got you. I'm waiting on the butter to melt. And then I get the butter. I put the butter on the pound cake. Now, I then take some cinnamon and I sprinkle cinnamon on the butter. I put it in the microwave for a minute. Girl, whoo, give you hot flashes.
I'm actually thinking about the goodness of the pound cake, and my Aunt Lois has perfected making 7-Up pound cakes. In fact,
Ooh,
she
7
made
Up.
over
Did you make upside
7.
down cake?
What happened?
You ever had any upside down cake?
I've had that, but let me finish my point about my aunt making these pound cakes. Guess how many pound cakes she made over the Thanksgiving holiday, and then she sold at least all of them.
Oh, since she said she sold some, I'm gonna go with the number. My favorite number is 7.
You are correct. She made 7-pound cakes and sold them all, and then she made 2 for the house.
She a
I
hustler.
have a piece. Yeah, she a hustler. She a hustler. That's right. At 79 years young, my auntie is one of the best bakers. And here's the thing, my mom was an excellent baker too, but that was taught by Mama Octavia. So thank you, Mama Octavia. There you go.
Lisa said cardiac arrest. Lisa said butter on a pound cake, cardiac arrest. Can somebody call the doctor?
Wait. Kenyatta said you do it a lot, Coach Tony.
Hey, hold on. Kenyatta, I ain't even finished. Check it out. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I'm down south. We got with the family right now. You know, unfortunately, got the funeral going on, so we gonna eat. Guess how we had some catfish. I'm talking about straight up out the pond. I seen the head, chop him off, gut him out. Some real catfish with the bones, slit him down the middle. Guess how many pounds of catfish my uncle them cooked on Saturday as we get into watching football?
How many pounds? I want to say he did about 5 or 6 pounds, maybe.
Try about 75 pounds of catfish. He was cooking
75 pounds.
Yeah, we had the house packed. They was cooking, put it like this. Every time he was taking anywhere from 8 to 10 fillets out the grease at a time. 8 to 10 fillets. And every time he took 8 to 10 out, I took a turn around to get me one. It was 2 left. Like, oh, what the hell? Wait, hold up. And he would drop 8 or 10 more. We cooked catfish from early evening to the Alabama-Auburn Iron Bowl game came on. Because once the Iron Bowl game on, they weren't doing a damn thing. They're like, you on your own. Because they serious about their football. So imagine some pound cake, catfish, baked beans, dressing the green. Val, I'm about to go walking tomorrow.
So it was that serious. And we got some folks in the chat Wait a minute. Kenyetta like, oh my
doing
goodness,
a lot, Coach.
who is there? Who is there? 75 pounds. He the boss. That's what Lisa said. He the boss.
Hey, Lisa, let me tell you something. I'm talking about, I ain't never seen a spatula work so hard. I mean, it was like crazy. And my cousin came in from Baltimore, was like, I've gone to Baltimore, had some catfish. Man, this is store-bought. I mean, he was so serious, Val. He couldn't believe how good the catfish tastes. He was like, man, I've been in Baltimore. I think about it, he's in the city of Baltimore, but he's visiting Alabama for the weekend and hadn't had no catfish that tastes good as this. And I'm talking about, if you ain't had any good catfish cut down the middle with the bone in it, see, you ain't ate catfish. Watch your throat, because you may get stuck.
But you know what? I think what's wonderful is that when all of the people come together, and it's something about food that bonds us. And I'm telling you, and another thing that bonds us is football. And what we're gonna do when we get back from wrapping up our first quarter is get into some football. Is that about right, Coach?
We're gonna get into this football. As you see, I'm already representing the Big Ten at OHIO. We're going to talk about that when we come back on the other side, as me and Val, the voice, giving you quarter by quarter sports information on what? The Pull Up Podcast Show. We'll be right back, Val. Pay a couple bills. We'll be right back.
Are you a small business owner looking to grow? Introducing the KeySpot mobile app. I'm Cynthia McAllister, owner of the IT company Quality SAP. Since 2016, we have been supporting small businesses and help them promote and share their businesses, services, and events across the country. KeySpot is more than just an app. We are a network providing community. KeySpot, connecting communities and supporting small businesses.
Man, welcome back to what? The Pull Up Podcast Show with your boy, the one and only Coach Tony, and my side roadie of all people, Val the Voice Johnson. You know, Val, I meant to tell you too, you know, during the holiday, I reached out and talked to our girl over the holidays who said hello, CJ Charles. I was like, what's up?
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. How is she doing, by the way?
She's doing great. You know, I just told her, I said, man, I love your commercial. I said, you know, I told her we're a little behind. She said, what's that, Coach? I said, we're a little behind on payment because I'm running your stuff every week. I'm gonna need to get caught up somehow.
You did not tell her that at all. You did not tell her that. Oh my goodness.
I said, I know Mama drinking some wine, reading them books, but we're gonna need to get caught up on the books. One of these.
You did not tell her that. Oh my gosh. And CJ Charles was someone that I interviewed on a couple of platforms, but she came to our platform, and yes. Tony, I don't know. I edited that commercial, and to me, it's funny. It's one of the funniest because of you.
Funniest commercials in shows I've done, and no disrespect to anybody that's been on the show, but that CJ Charles was classic. When I say classic, I can listen to it 50 times and I'm going to laugh because it's hilarious. Because me and her were talking about it over the weekend. And she was like, I don't know how you got to my mama being a drunk. I said, I didn't get to your mama being a drunk. Val took it out of context. I was saying your mama was drinking a bottle of wine. She said, Val, come talking about you giving her wine and she's a drunk. I didn't say that. I was saying she was relaxing. So we laughed and we laughed. And it was the best because that is people. You can't script that. That was unscripted, completely just natural. And it went off without a hitch. And that was, again, to have her part of the show, to sell those kids' books and do some big things that she's doing, and big ups, big support.
Yeah, we really appreciate her. And I know with you. It's just been a fun time and all of that when we are able to have great guests on the platform. And of course, I can't believe it's December 1st, so we literally have 30 days left in the month, and we are in a brand new year, 2026. Are you excited for it, Coach? You excited for the new year and what football and things that are coming?
About it, my last few months has been nuts, Val. I hadn't really had a chance to, and I'll give you big ups because without the podcast and without talking to you weekly, which kind of settles me down. My days and my evenings kind of run together. I'm just basketball season is here. During the day, I'm recruiting and talking to kids and coaches and stuff like that. So my time kind of runs together. And once I get to like school and once I get to like October, November, especially November, like I have no time to sleep. Like right now, just this week, to give you an example, I've got my next 10 days. I got a ball game tomorrow night, practice on Wednesday, ball game Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Come up out of that. I got a ball game next Tuesday. I got a ball game next Thursday, Friday. My son's graduation next Saturday. So it's like I don't get a chance to slow down for the next 15 days. So I get Monday, believe it or not. Thank each and every one of you guys for showing up at the Pull Up Podcast show because this is the only night I get to relax, in my personal opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. People are extremely excited that you got a chance to do this because last week you had some things going on, and it was good that you got a chance to be here and in spirit. Like here it is. I'm excited that we get a chance to go off, do what we do offline, and then come back and kind of share what's been going on. And so like I said, I'm so sorry for your loss. Even Ashley in the chat said sorry for your loss, but we're grateful. We'll just continue to pray for the Thompson family there in Alabama, Tennessee, as well as here in Chicago, because you lose any part of your monarch in your family. It could just hit you, especially around the holidays. So
I was handed the baton in the right way, Val. They told me, boy, you get up out of, I got an uncle that sounds just like Otis on Martin. Boy, get up out of here, boy. You leave and come up out of here, boy, and go back to where you got to be at. Boy, I know you're trying to do everything you're trying to do on the podcast, boy. But let me tell you something, you got to take family first. And the next time, boy, if you don't take everything, I'm going to smack you upside the head, boy. I'm your uncle. You love them. You love them type of uncles because they going to keep it 100. And I love it,
I just don't like the violence. It's a little weird. Like what was all
I love the violence. I love the violence because I tell my kids the same thing. Boy, you don't do it, I'm going to chop you in the throat. Boy, I'm telling you right now, chop you in the throat. So, but listen, speaking of chopping in the throat,
get into it.
My Ohio State Buckeyes, where the whales tonight, chopped Michigan in the throat. Jay Smith, I hope you're listening tonight. I love you. But we walked up in the Ann Arbor like we was the big dogs, right? Because everybody was talking about that game. Even you and I talked about it earlier, Val. 2019, the last time the Buckeyes even won on the road in Michigan. So we got a 6-year hiatus, and this is the year. Even though we're coming off of a championship year, we're still playing great, moving into the CFPs at 12-0. So the not the Wolverine, but the Buckeyes went up to Michigan and Ann Arbor, handled the Wolverines. They played great. Obviously, for those that don't know, the game was in the snow. It didn't get a lot of snow. It was flurrying, but the temperature was in like 28, 29 degrees with the wind chills about 5 or 6 degrees. So it felt like about 21, 22 degrees. That ain't fun to play in, and that's why a lot of teams from the South don't like that type of weather. But when you the Buckeyes in Michigan, that is a blood game. And I'm just glad to see that we were able to come out victorious. And the Buckeyes still hold the number 1 spot in the CFP and moving on to the Big Ten title against unbelievable Indiana, who has not lost a game. So I know you told me, Val, you got an opportunity to catch some games this weekend. Did you get a chance to see that game?
I did get a chance to see the Michigan State and Ohio State game, and
Michigan,
you know
not
what?
Michigan State, but that was Michigan, Ohio State.
Michigan, yeah, Michigan and Ohio State. Here's the thing: I didn't realize that this was a decades-old rivalry, and when I say
No.
decades
Hold
old,
on.
like
I'm talking about not a decade. We're talking about over 100 years, not a
over a
decade.
century.
It's
Okay,
a
all right.
century-long rivalry since the early 1900s.
Yeah, so
they play each other for real, for real.
Yeah, and I think my major takeaway, I think it was 27-9. That was Michigan, and here's the thing: who had the Ohio State has no losses. This is 12-0. That win on Saturday brought them to 12-0, and right. I think the other thing that the next time that they're going to be doing some things. Let me see this. Oh yeah, Ohio State snapped a four-game losing streak against Michigan with a victory, which secured them a spot in the Big Ten championship game.
Next week in Naptown. So if y'all ain't in y'all car, y'all in the shop, you better. I'm gonna tell you how to get there. 294 to 80 South 65 to Nap. That's how you get there. Or you can fly.
And guess when and where I found out about the rivalry between Michigan State and
not Michigan State.
Michigan and Ohio. Michigan and Ohio.
That's Michigan. Yes.
Okay, Michigan.
Yep.
I learned about it from Overton Wakefield Jones, and that is from my favorite sitcom, Living Single.
Right, Living Single. In a manic kind of world.
He said he was from Cincinnati, Ohio, or he was from Ohio. And he said he was
from the D.
Yeah, and he was Buckeye to the bone.
Buckeye to the bone, the Ohio State Buckeye to the bone. Well, I tell you what, it was so great because the game was slow. It was in the cold weather. It was great. But the one thing I like about it is Ohio State upheld their number one seed, with Indiana falling by. But the big game of the week to me, which is very interesting, and I know we shouted him out a few weeks ago, Marcel Reed, big shout out, baby boy. I saw that move you made, man, and you tweaked that knee, and to come back off of that knee, to come back in the game against Texas, against Manning, was huge. My nephew, we was at the bowling alley at the time, Val, watching the game, and Derek saw it, and Derek was like, man, he's out. That's ACL, that's bone. And he went to the sideline, sat out about 2 or 3 series and came back. So Marcel, man, let me tell you, jump on the podcast. I'm going to reach out to Dad. But that was a big ups because I thought he did everything he could do to keep Texas A&M in that game. But Manning was just too tough down the stretch and knocked him out. The crazy part about it is Georgia wins. So Texas A&M loses to Texas, and Georgia wins their game, and Georgia moves now up to that third slot. So that becomes a big deal in that CFP playoff. I don't know if you got that playoff picture, but you now got Ohio State Buckeyes ranked number 1. You got Indiana unanimous number 2, and that's going to change next week. Now, if the way I'm looking at it next week, Val, is if Ohio State holds court, which they should, and beat Indiana, they'll remain number 1. If Georgia, who's now going to play Alabama, them freaking Crimson Tide, and work them way up to the number 4 slot. So I keep telling everybody, listening to the Pull Up Podcast show quarter by quarter, the money in the future is in the Big Ten and in the SEC. And again, for the second year in a row, what dominates the top 4, Val? The Big Ten and the SEC. So now you got Ohio State ranked number 1, Indiana ranked number 2, 2 Big Ten teams. They'll meet for the Big Ten championship. Now you got Georgia at number 3, and Alabama moves to number 4. So now you got 2 SEC teams. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose on that scenario. And then you got the outside looking in with Big Ten's Oregon, and now Texas A&M drops to like 5th or 6th. So it's going to be kind of interesting when you're looking at everything. And so if you're looking at this playoff picture right here, you got Tulane, who basically came out of nowhere, right? Because that 2 weeks ago, that was Memphis. A week ago, it was South Florida. Today is Tulane. So that's how the AAC has changed so quickly. And then, of course, you go down 2 levels, you got Notre Dame. They blew Stanford out. So they secured their stuff in the playoff. The key is going to be, Val, when the playoff picture comes out tomorrow, the rankings come out tomorrow. So everything you're looking at right now, it will change as of tomorrow. And when the picture comes out tomorrow, I think that Notre Dame moves up. I think Oregon moves up. I think Texas A&M drops out of the top 4. I think Ohio State, Indiana remains 1 and 2. Georgia moves to 3. Alabama moves to 4. I think Oregon moves to 5 because Texas was a low-ranking team and Texas A&M lost to them. So it's going to be kind of interesting. So we'll take a look. But did you get an opportunity to look at the playoff picture, and who do you think is going to play well?
Well, let me take a look here. And I want to make sure that I put this out, that you said the rankings are going to come out tomorrow, December 2nd, for the top 25 college teams. So, you know what? From the games that I got a chance to watch on this past weekend, because our cousin college, we were watching game after game after game after game. I think we even I got a chance to see a little bit of the Bayou Classic, and I was just like,
okay, that's swag. I like that. Support the black schools. I like it, but they have nothing to do with this.
I know. But I just let you know what I got a chance to watch.
I love the swag, Val, because again, I was with my cousin Derek, which you already met him, and I don't think like Jackson State and these teams get enough push. I really wish, Val, there was some way that, like basketball, right? Because basketball is so fair, and that's why I hate football. In terms of playoffs, you don't
hate football. Playoffs. You love football.
I said in terms of playoffs, right?
Okay.
I wish there was a way. And that's why they got to get to 16 teams. I don't care what somebody talk to me, argue with me about it. But you got to be able to get the championship of the SWAC to make the tournament. And that's what's so good about basketball, Val, because as long as you win your tournament championship in basketball, they take the top 64 teams. And this is why the NCAA basketball bracket, for promotional purposes, is the number 1 bet sport worldwide in a 6-week time frame from March 1st to April 10th, period.
Mm-hmm.
Football is great, but it won't capture the money-wise and all that. So you looking at this playoff picture, what you got?
Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give my predictions right after we come back as we go to halftime.
Oh, let's get to halftime, and we're gonna hear Val's voice on the other side. Get y'all pen, y'all paper for promotional purposes only, because Val gonna give you her picks. We'll be right back on the Pull Up Podcast Show.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, I'm Coach Tony, and this is the Pull Up Podcast Show. For every Monday, we break down the game quarter by quarter and give you information as well as break down the culture. Join us on the Pull Up Podcast Show.
Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. Bounce the voice and Coach Tony, it's the Pull Up Podcast show. I said bounce the voice and Coach Tony, it's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man, welcome back to the third quarter of the Pull Up Podcast Show with my sidekick, Ride With Me Hard, talking football here on the Pull Up Podcast Show. We were just talking about the college football playoff prediction picture, and we're about to get some picks from Val the Voice. What you got, Val? Take it away.
Well, these are all educated guesses.
Educated guesses. Educated. Let's go.
Educated guesses. So I think from what I saw from Ohio State, I think they will definitely be one of the top contenders with this. Texas.
So hold on. When you say top contenders, will they make it to the national championship game or will they fall short?
No, I believe that Ohio State will make it to the champion, the top tier game. They will make it there. They will make it all the way to the championships because any loss at this point would ruin their 12-0 winning streak.
Now Indiana got a 12-0 winning streak too. Now both of them.
I understand that. I understand. So everyone's fighting for that, but that's kind of based on what I saw this weekend.
Good. Okay, like the Buckeyes. Okay, who else?
Yeah.
Who gonna meet the Buckeyes?
So
that's $100,000 question. Who meeting them?
I think it might be either Texas A&M or maybe Alabama.
Ooh, okay. So let me break this down for those that don't know. So Texas A&M loses this weekend, falls out of the 3 spot, possibly tomorrow, will be sitting in either the 5th or 6th position, depending on what the committee says. Mm-hmm. Alabama wins a tough Iron Bowl game against Auburn Saturday night, down the stretch late in the 4th quarter, but Auburn only got 2 wins this season, so it wasn't an impressive win. It was a great win, but not really impressive because Auburn wasn't ranked. So Val has the Alabama Crimson Tide or Texas A&M. Now, here's the tough questions on the table because we can't do ors around here. Alabama or Texas A&M, who meets Ohio State in the national championship game?
Texas.
So you got Texas. You mean Texas A&M?
Texas A&M. Yes.
Okay. So Texas A&M versus the Buckeyes, and for promotional purposes, who's your national champion?
Here's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna go with Texas. Texas A&M.
Ooh, okay.
Just to be different. Different.
I like that. Hey, but here's what I like. For those that don't know, quarterback Marcel Reed is the son of Coach Reed, which used to be the head coach here in Nashville, Tennessee, of Tennessee State University. Big up to Coach Reed trying to get Marcel on the podcast. He got a big NIL deal. And Val, he's up for possibly the Heisman Trophy of the Year award, which is cool. So we'll see that. So Val, the voice, for promotional purposes, has Texas A&M Aggies winning the national championship game over the Ohio State Buckeyes. I can't wait to show this show to a buddy of mine in Texas because they're going to snap because they are crazy Aggies fans, so they're gonna love you, Val. Your numbers are gonna go through the roof. So,
and Kevin in the chat, he said, Coach T and Val, I saw the rail end of the Alabama Auburn game. Lots of energy out there.
Kev, that ain't nothing, dog. You should have had your ass in my house. I mean, my
Wait
auntie.
a minute.
Hold on. You should have been up in my auntie house. Dog, they had pom-poms, Kev. Every time somebody scored, there was a different flag running through the house. They was dun, 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 bum, 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 bum.
But that's normal. That's normal.
Hey, I was loving it because I'm saying to myself, us old boring ass Midwesterns in the Big Ten, I love it. We gonna party like that though.
No, we are not boring. How are you?
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, they was balling. I was like, okay.
We wait. Come here. Come.
We ain't boring because I'm from the Midwest, but I'm just saying, in terms of that game this weekend, that Ohio State and Michigan game didn't have the same energy as Alabama Auburn. I don't care what you say. We had 100 pounds of catfish going on at the same time, Val.
Well, I'm just saying, I know we're third division, but I have school pride and I'm proud. North Central, let's rock.
Not third division. I know she thinks she in Europe. Every time she say that, she make me laugh. Third division. That's what they say in Europe. But I'm going to give you the backside of what Val said. I'm going to flip it because I don't think the Buckeyes loses, period. They got the number one payroll in college football right now. I don't think they lose at all. I appreciate Texas showing Texas A&M cards. They struggle. I don't think Texas A&M makes it to the national championship game this year. I like Alabama, but Alabama just don't do anything for me on the backside of that. And I think that people simply overlooking Georgia. I think you get a rematch of the game a year before. We already had to destroy Texas last year to get our win back. But I think the year before when Georgia thumped us, right, in the Sugar Bowl, we get that game back. And I think for Coach Tony, for promotional purposes only, you got the Georgia Bulldogs in a rematch with the Ohio State Buckeyes, but this time that trophy coming back again to the Midwest, to the Big Ten, to not give us one, not give us two, but to give us a three-peat, to win 3 back-to-back national championships in the Big Ten. Put it on the bread, put it on the line. I'm not telling you to put your house on it, but for promotional purposes, you may be able to buy a new house.
I don't know. I mean, here's
what
the thing.
What Cam say? What question he got?
Oh, well, Kevin asked you, this is NFL, but he wanted to know, do you think
we're gonna talk about that?
Will have a bright future in the NFL? So
I think so. We're gonna talk. I think Ty will have a bright future in the NFL. And the crazy part about it is, Kev, we're gonna talk about it. He may be down here with me because the Titans are so damn bad. They get the number 1 draft pick.
Please don't say that too loud. You know that the Titans are. I know that.
Woo, boo. We doing all that.
No,
You know us Bear fans, man. We keep it 100. Hey, you in Soldier Field. They don't like what you do. They put you out in the parking lot.
Yeah, well, you in Tennessee, so I'm gonna ask you to just back off. I know whatever their record is with the Titans, they're going to improve because if they have number 1 draft pick coming up in 2026, things can change.
What you want me to be like, old boy from Harlem Night? Be like, come on, baby. I don't take this ass personal. Did he straighten the dick? Come on, baby. He ain't stutter at all. He said, come on, baby. Did he? Hey, come on, baby. Everybody. That's what we're looking like. Hey, again, Coach Tony and Val DeVois here on the Pull Up Podcast Show, giving you quarter by quarter sports information, breaking down the college football playoff. Here's a question for you, Val, before we go to the 4-quarter break. Who is your long shot? So we know that you like Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you got Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
But if they just happen to falter, and you had to also give people for promotional purposes an outlet, who is the one long shot that you think has an outside chance of winning it all?
Outside chance of winning it all. Long shot. You know what? You mentioned Georgia. I did see their game. They could possibly come and do something. Georgia.
Okay, so you got Ohio State and Texas A&M, and your outside long shot is the Bulldogs from Georgia. Georgia. Oh my. I like that.
Go ahead and sing that song.
It's not bad because I got them in the national championship game, so an upset on my side will be a ding, 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 ding for you, right? So I'm going to give y'all somebody with a little longer odds that you can put your, for promotional purpose, dollars down. I'm going to take the outside, and I'm going to say, watch out for
who?
The Oregon Ducks. The Nike. They're sitting in the number 6 spot right now, right? They're waiting on this championship game next week.
Take a look at this.
They get the chance to have a bye, right? So they don't have to worry about practicing, Val. They get to rest, right? Indiana, Ohio State get to play one another. And you got a situation. I apologize. Let me rescript that. I apologize.
Okay. All right.
Let me back that up. Retract that. My outside long shot is where my frat is founded.
Where's that?
Indiana, Kappa Alpha Psi. My outside long shot is the Indiana Hoosier. Why? Because no one is counting on them. Period. Indiana's never had a year like this, Val. And no one's looking at the Hoosiers, period. If they upset the Buckeyes this Saturday and they win the national championship, the Big Ten championship, they become the number 1 seed. Now, they get an opportunity to play the number 4 seed, whoever that may be, only after 8 through 12 play, because 1 through 4 get a double bye. I don't know. Do you understand that?
Explain to me.
Okay.
Double bye. What does that mean? Yeah.
The college football is a little different than the NFL. If you are ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, so let's hypothetically, let's just use the brackets you just had up a moment ago. If you put that back up, let's just use the current bracket, right? Because we know that as of tomorrow, this won't look like that. But let's look at your current bracket that you just had up. If it was today and the playoffs started today, Ohio State would play against, because they would be ranked number 1. So the number 1 and the number 4 would play. And the number 1 and 4 would be Ohio State and Georgia. The number 2 and 3 would play, which would be Texas A&M and Indiana. Okay. They will get a double bye, meaning that they don't play the first round, Val. They get to sit at home, kick their feet up, eat some chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, because that's a commercial, and definitely lemon pepper. And they get a chance to watch the play-in games, which there are 8 of them. 8 teams playing 4 games. And then they get the winner of each of those teams. So in this scenario, Georgia will play the winner of Tulane and Texas Tech. Okay. Ohio State, in my personal opinion, which pisses me off, will have the roughest road, because they would have the winner of Oklahoma or Notre Dame. Texas A&M would be playing either Miami or Oregon, and then Indiana will play either Alabama or Ole Miss. And then that game would then be right before Christmas. And then you would have those final 4 games, which will all be bowl games: Sugar Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, which is our guy Scotty Rogers was on. Remember talking about the Cotton Bowl? You have the Fiesta Bowl, and then the Orange Bowl. Those would be your 4 big bowls. And then you have the national championship game in January. So that's how the double bye works. So your long shot is Georgia, which is not a bad long shot because they're ranked 4th. And my long shot is Indiana, who is ranked number 2. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. And that's going to be exciting to see where that goes. And I think, who is this? Who said this?
Oh, okay. It was at the Ohio State Michigan game.
Okay. It was rough because she's a Michigan student fan and he's an Ohio fan. That game truly showed Ohio's dominance.
So my question on you, Lisa, who wore what gear? Because I know Walt. Ain't no telling what Walt wore. Who wore the Buckeyes and who wore the Michigan gear? That's what I want to know. I know Walt.
And who got talked about real bad after the game? Because, I mean.
Right, who got talked about? I want to know who got talked about. I'm talking about Walt because he ain't even show up for hang out with his boy. I'm still talking about him. So I already know.
It's going to be all right, Coach. It's going to be all right. We give a forgiving pass there. We give a forgiving pass.
I'm all up here hot.
You know what? We're going to take this break so you can have an opportunity to go ahead and cool off as we get ready to go.
We'll be right back on the Pull Up Podcast Show. Pay the last bill of the night. We'll be back with the 4th quarter, giving you some more information. We'll be right back.
Woohoo!
Talk to me. Who you got?
I mean, just look at the lineup on the Millennials. You got Steph Curry, best 3-point shooter in of all time. Matter of fact, we got Kevin Durant, KD, Slim Reaper, best one of the best players, you know. We got Harden, Joker, and of course, LeBron James, the GOAT of basketball himself. And, you know, he's the all-time leading scorer, you know, brings teams from the bottom all the way to the top. Without him, I mean, man.
I'm going to answer that in a
basketball
minute.
Even be?
I'm going to give you that in a minute. But, okay, Coach Justin, what you got?
Man, it's tough. I'm thinking about it. Magic is going to be AI. Jordan is going to be Kobe. Shaq is going to get the edge on Hakeem Olajuwon. Tim Duncan is going to get the edge on Charles Barkley. Larry may have the edge. Millennials, I got to X out the millennials just because they have James Harden on there. If they might replace him with someone else that I could think of, I probably would pick the millennials over everybody.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man, it's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. The show. Man, welcome back on the podcast show with your boy, Coach Tony, and my girl, Val, the Voice Johnson. Lisa says, Walt and her son will Ohio State Buckeyes get. Walt, that's why I like you, boy. That's why I love you. I already love you. You already know. And she said she had to support her daughter and pimp to Michigan. Get sorry, Lisa, about that. I apologize. You took a long trip, girl, to get dissatisfied. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel the pain. I feel the pain up there. I feel the pain. You know, speaking of feeling the pain, as we flip the script and get from college to NFL, you know, I got to give it out to my boy Shedeur Sanders, Val. I mean, I love what Deion's doing, but this kid is taking some heat. And he's up with the Cleveland Browns NFL team, and they played the 49ers this weekend, and the kid wasn't all that bad. You know, he had 16 to 25 completion for 150 yards this weekend. They lost. But, I mean, Shedeur did great, and they slamming this kid on the news, on First Take, on ESPN. I don't know
why.
I just really think that, you know, the same writers and people that talked about he should be on the field are the same people that are knocking him. That's crazy. That's like you won the lottery, and because you only gave me $100,000, I talk about you. Well, first of all, I ain't had to give your ass nothing. But I gave you 100 stacks, right? I ain't had to give you Nathan. Like you say, I ain't had to give you Nathan. But I gave you 100 stacks. And you're not satisfied because you wanted $1 million. That's being greedy when I gave you some $100,000 that you didn't have. And I feel that way with Shedeur because he's the premier quarterback, should be starting. The Browns saw that. And they're still talking about when the quarterback that they got playing before him, it hurt. When he comes back, Shedeur is going back to the bench. That's crazy. So I don't blame him. Do what you got to do to show the staff why you deserve to be on the field so that you can trade me. Get out of Cleveland.
I don't know. That's rough. I was thinking about other players, and I did, unfortunately, I did like this deep dive on Russell Wilson, and I was trying to figure out where exactly he ended up.
Russell's struggling right now. Russell.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's in New York. He's with the Giants.
He's with the Giants, and now they said that he's been handling things with grace.
Yeah, because they got Ole Miss playing in front of them, and they're on TV right now. They're playing the Patriots right now tonight.
Yeah,
hey, I wouldn't give a damn because I got Sierra at home singing to me. Ooh, la la la. Hey, I wouldn't care. Hey, I'm inviting everybody. Val, I got a cookout every other weekend. Come on, y'all see my wife? Man, come on, man. I done made my money in football the last 7 years.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny. That is too funny. That's right. Have you seen my wife? This is who I am. But yeah.
Y'all, hey, when you get a Sierra, holler at me.
Terrible. Terry.
But anyway, what you saying? So you saw Russell Wilson, he's in New York, and what about it?
And I was just doing a little bit of the research on, how many teams he's bounced around. And there were a couple of writers that were talking about, what his chances in future is. I think he got signed with the Giants for $10.5 million, but just for the year. And Russell turned 37 over the weekend. So I was thinking, I said, man.
He's in his second, third contract, though, Val. I mean, would you sign for $10 million to the podcast with me?
What was that?
I said, he's in his third or fourth year. If that was you, would you sign for $10 million to do the podcast with me?
Yeah, I would sign for that amount. Yeah.
But I done told you already, my woman at home singing, I got to get my own money. Hey, you was at the Macy's Day Parade. What y'all talking about?
I know, but the thing that I have been most proud of over the last couple of weeks, and we haven't talked about it enough, because I got a crazy Bears fan in my friend Princess. She
got one right here on the air.
Will ride and die for that. But on Thanksgiving, we had some really great matchups, and I'm showing the schedule that we had, and I think
First of all, thank you to the loss that the Detroit Lions took. I didn't like the fact that Green Bay picked up a game, but it's all good.
It's all good. It's all right, because we don't like Green Bay. I don't like Green Bay. You don't like Green Bay. So
I ain't messing with the cheese heads unless I got it on some crackers. You know what I'm saying? We good with that. But the crazy part about it is we got both of them at the house in the Chi, in Soldier Field, in January, and it's going to be cold and it's going to be snow. Now, it's not going to affect Green Bay. I get it, because Lambeau Field is still outside. Them and the Bears are one of the few stadiums that still play outside in the elements. I get it. So Green Bay will be ready to play on that. But Detroit, they didn't got babyfied the last few years playing back in that dome. So when they got to come outside, it's going to be a different ball game. So I'm looking forward to that. Out of the games that was on for Thanksgiving, what game was the most exciting game for you?
When I was checking this out and just kind of, doing my research of stuff and kind of checking it out for myself was, who am I? Oh, Kansas City.
Oh,
because my cousins, there's some cousins, Kansas City and Dallas.
That was a good game. The Cowboys came back.
That was a great game. Yes.
Dax woke up, but my boy CeeDee Lamb and Pickens went off. Yeah, that was a great game. My homeboy, what's up, J-Dub? Hey, man, when you get a minute later on, holler at me. We got to talk. But your boy, I told you, I've been picking right for J-Dub for a minute.
You have?
Yeah, Caleb Williams. I'm telling you right now, J-Dub, I told you the last few years, I ain't lied to you. He top 5 NBA draft pick. I'm telling you right now, the kid is a baby. He reminds me of flashes of Jordan, 6'7", 6'8", doing his thing. And when he played the way he played against Michigan State, he made me a believer.
Oh, I'm a believer.
Right. Now, me, even though you ain't got it up here, the game, you got it up at the bottom. The Bears and the Eagles, baby, that was the game. You know why? No. Because Green Bay and Detroit, right? NFC rival game, Val, right? NFC rival game. KC, Dallas, survival mode. AFC, KC, NFC for Dallas. Dallas needs to survive the show. Bengals in Baltimore, that was great. You got the AFC. Joe Burrows came back. Burrows played great. But the Bears and the Eagles, everybody talked all that noise, and they wanted to know if the Bears were for real. And if they got by the Eagles, they were for real. Well, shit, we not only got by, we put the Eagles in the nets and had them hatching eggs. That's how real we was. And like J-Dub said, Caleb Williams is a beast. He already led the rookies last year with 3,800 plus yards, and he's doing it again this year. But the cool part about it is Mongo and Swift in the backfield with DJ Moore coming off the flats as wide receiver. Man, we're doing some things. And the Bears, the number one takeaway defense in the NFL right now. So we're not only moving the ball offensively, but defensively, we're going to smack you in the mouth. I'm just telling you right now. So you come up in the sky. If we don't smack you in the mouth and Soldier Field, we'll get you around the city because we still Chirac. But I'm just saying.
So the final on that was Bears 24, Philadelphia Eagles 15.
Yeah, and they moved to the number 2 spot in the NFL right now. And the game on tonight with the Patriots, which is unbelievable because, big shout outs to Mike Vrabel, Tennessee Titans coach. They fire him. He goes from last place Titans to go to the Patriots to first place. So the big question is for me, and I want to hear you guys talk in the audience tonight before we get out of here. Who is the NFL coach of the year? My personal opinion got to be Ben Johnson with the Bears because he leaves Detroit, takes a basically third, fourth place team with the Bears last year, and we're in first place this year and possibly Super Bowl bound with some luck and some good play. But you can't count out Mike Vrabel, who comes from a hurting Titans, to go back to his original team that he played for, which was the Patriots and Bill Belichick with Tom Brady. And he leads them to a 10-2 record right now, the best in the NFL. That ain't shortcoming.
Yeah, it's the coaches that make the difference in what happens with the teams. And a lot of people are going to be looking at how well your coach does to help you improve. And I'm always, and I'm coach, I'm really happy to say that there are more African-American coaches in the NFL. And I'm really
and quarterbacks.
What happened?
And quarterbacks.
Exactly. So that's kind of the thing that I was thinking about. And of course, D'Amico, I hope I'm saying his name right, D'Amico Ryans, he is the coach with the Houston Texans. And they have had a most improved season over their last 4 or 5 games. And so if you can turn around something that's going, and to me, you get major kudos for that. And so
4 in a row.
Yeah, you like him? Okay.
Your folks down in Houston, so they gotta like him. He's turning Houston around. They're 7-4 right now, 7-3, 7-4. Wild card team. I think will be in the mix. And what makes me mad about them, again, Ohio State boy and CJ Stroud, quarterback. I like them, and I had them doing well. He got hurt early, right?
He did.
Came back, and now he's playing well. So, without being a fair weather fans down in Houston, the one that supported him the whole season, I think Houston's going to be a tough put out because Indianapolis is showing their true skin. They've lost the last 2 games after they started hot. Baltimore is doing absolutely freaking nothing right now. I don't know what the hell Lamar Jackson is doing. I appreciate you, but throwing the ball, slipping out your hand, they're done. They might well get to the draft. Holmes just dropped with KC. He just said on the mic last night that they got to win out. So that means they can't lose no more games.
With
Kansas City. And I'm going to give you my outside long shot right now is Alabama boy again in Auburn University and Bo Nix with the Denver Broncos in the AFC. The Denver Broncos, to me, was the only team that I see that can really give the Patriots a shot of taking them down in the AFC. In the NFC, I see my Bears, but I don't, they're plus 3,500 to 1 for promotional purposes only. Take a look at the Bears and see what they're doing. Now, I know James just said Drake May with the Patriots is a beast. He is, but they've been playing very well. So, James, they got a lot of pieces around him doing well. The problem with the Patriots is you bring them out that weather, see what they play like, it's going to be a different ball game.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. And of course, we love to always make sure that we say for promotional purposes only. because we want to make sure that you guys don't go out here and do something weird. My cousin out in Omaha, he did a spread on some of the teams on some of the things, and he actually posted it on Facebook, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, he kind of the prediction he came up with, I think he uses Bookmaker. So he did 8 teams parlay and they all won, and he was up by $971.56. Did you want to see his winning ticket?
Yeah, he did an 18 parlay this past weekend, but that's not for the championship. That was just this weekend. He chose 18 parlay. That ain't bad because I've been getting my ass whooped on the 6-17 parlay. I need to see what he doing, to make sure.
Yeah.
But that's good. 18 parlay, that's good. But that's, my big thing, I would love to see what he's got if he could predict in the future on some of these guys got right there. I like that ticket though. That's a good ticket.
Yeah, that was and the funny thing is that he likes to also bet against, he'll do the reverse and lose because
I do that. But that's what's called a safe bet. Like if you bet the over or you bet the team that's already got a plus or a minus, then go the opposite direction, just what's called a safety bet. And then we kind of hedge your bet. So if you bet $5 one way, bet it $5 the other.
Yeah, and I think this was for the on the 28th, November 28th, and I think he put down UNV, this is University of Las Vegas.
No, University of Las Vegas,
UNLV. You had Hawaii. Oh, good gracious, Hawaii
squad. Okay, then they won. They did win. They upset somebody in Chaminade.
What I think? Who is this? Washington State. He went for that one.
Oh wow.
Illinois versus Northwestern.
So he played a little basketball mixed with a little football there. Okay.
Exactly. And then who is this? Virginia Tech. So he went for Virginia.
That was a pretty decent game. Virginia Tech ended up losing. Virginia won that game. That was a big upset for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of the last ones he did was South Florida. Oh, this looks like this was to find out if something was if who was going to score. Oh no, yeah, South Florida won 52 to Rice 3. I'm like, good Lord! I think he only.
I gotta start doing stuff like him. See, I'm sitting there beating my head against the wall like this. Boom, boom. Trying to play the top 25, and I like a ticket like that. He played about 3 or 4 games that's not top 25. The 3 or 4 games that people are not going to bet, and those are usually the obvious one. You go off the ticket, like you and I were talking earlier. You play like the SWAC, the Southwest Athletic Conference, SWAC. And for you, Val, just in case, get you some knowledge, the SWAC would be like Grambling, right? Jackson State, Alcorn State. That's the SWAC, FAMU, stuff like that. Those are games that you're really not going to see unless BET broadcasts them or ESPN Plus, something of that nature. But those are good betting games because if you catch a Grambling versus a lower tier, Grambling probably walked away. So I actually like that ticket he played. But my question for you, before we get out of here, just like you gave me college, who is our Super Bowl champs this year? Give me one. Oh, for promotional purposes.
Biasly, it's a bias. I've been wanting to see us to get into the playoffs, and we have not won a Super Bowl since 85, 86.
85.
I would love to see the Bears in the Super Bowl. I would love to see that. I don't know if it's possible, but anything is possible when you're number one in your division right now.
Hey, that's why I love you. I ain't have my hoodie on tonight. I think Caleb Williams and what Ben Johnson has done with the Bears, I think the Bears got a great shot to get to the Super Bowl. Whether they can win it is a different story. I'll give you my picks as I get there. But I think, to me, I told everyone this weekend, depending on what they did with Philadelphia, Philadelphia was picked to go back-to-back Super Bowl champs, Val, and picked back-to-back to win the NFC, right? in the NFC South. So they were picked back to back. Now you got the NFC North, which was the toughest division this year. And they were told everybody, Green Bay, the Vikings, the Bears, the Lions, that was the toughest division of all. And all year long, they were up and down, up and down. And now you get the Bears, who were in last place through the first few weeks and just kept chalking away at the bit, chalking, keep going. And now they're in control and they're heading in the right direction. And one thing I know about sports as a coach, the team that's going in the playoffs, that's on a roll, is a dangerous team. If you're going in the playoff coming off of a loss and got to figure it out, put it back together, yeah, you may get on a – but a team that's going in the playoff that's already on a roll, that's a tough team to start. That's like a little snowball that you put on top of the damn mountain in Colorado and push it off. And at the end of the snowbank, it's an avalanche.
So this is going to be, like I said, an exciting time for us. And like I said, we have been struggling. And I'm happy for our coaching staff and, of course, all of the players. Because here's the thing, what I've learned and when watching football, whoever is doing their job to protect the quarterback when he makes the play, and whoever is doing the running, our running backs, you got your offensive lineman, you guys have got to be there to make sure that your guy is able to make the play. Because if he's not and he gets tackled, that's not good.
But the cool part about it is they're protecting Caleb, and he's in the pocket, and he's making.
He should.
So I'm loving it right now. And Ben Johnson got a great scheme in the defense again. Val, as a coach, what wins championships? People, defense. Because if you can take points off the board and put points on the board, enough said. And speaking of enough said, man, this has been one heck of a show. And as we move forward to the end of 2025, 26, The Rise, it's my marketing company. We've been doing some big things. And I got some big news to announce to you, Val. I can't tell you now, but as we get into January with The Rise, I'm doing some big things. I'm doing a merger that's going to really put my sports agency at another level. But right now, what do? We have our kids that we work with, giving them an opportunity to just simply go out, unleash all their potential as an athlete. And once we unleash their potential as an athlete, we work with the brands to make sure that those kids have an opportunity to maximize everything they can get that's coming towards them. The NIL is a small, young, right now thing that the NCAA got, and it's about to become major. So the Rise NIL is doing everything they can do to help these young athletes out. If you want to know more, pull up at the www.rizenil.com to learn more about what you can do to work with the brands.
And of course, I want to let you guys know I am now down to my last 25 print copies of A DJ Saved My Life.
I'm going to put them on the black market.
I don't know about a black market, but you guys can go ahead and pick up a copy. A DJ Saved My Life, and you can go ahead and support the podcast and learn about podcasting as we're starting to do more and more clips and things regarding that. But you can go to purelightHousemedia.com to learn more about how you could get a copy, and you can scan there to get the print copy of the book, which is really cool. And then coming up tomorrow night, I'm back in the saddle, but I think we can both be back in the saddle depending on what's going on. It is Interlude Section Presents Talk on Tuesdays, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I forced my cousins to watch a Christmas movie or two over the weekend, and one week I got a chance to watch was the one starring Christmas Every Day with Brandy Norwood and her daughter, and that's Christopher Riley right there. as a love interest. So I'm going to be talking some of my favorite movies that deal with Christmas. And then, of course, I went to a nice show in Omaha, and I'll talk about the artist that was presented. Even though it was 20 degrees below, it was 20 degrees outside. Ooh, we felt very, very warm getting into the Christmas thing. So we'll be talking about it on Interlude Section Presents Talk on Tuesdays on tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, I like that, because I like the Christmas movies. I'm proud, Val, because I'm always searching. I'm not saying that the other movies are not good, but I love it to see a good Black Christmas movie. You don't get a chance to see them. And I don't mean they always got to be by Tyler Perry either. I mean, just, I watched something the other night, Christmas is Back, 4 Christmases, or whatever that may be. I love it. But of course, you always got to get your National Lampoons and your Home Alone. You always got to get them in.
Those are really, really fun. And of course, you're back next week with another episode of the Pull Up Podcast Show. So of course, make sure next week that you come through and you pull up, because we'll be doing our last couple of shows for the year. And then we'll be doing a best of toward the end of the year, and then gearing up for 2026 as we continue on with the 4th season of the Pull Up Podcast Show.
Exactly. That's how we do. We're going into our 5th season. We rolling right along. Val, and by the way, you guys that are listening, you got the people that we're looking for a title sponsor for the Pull Up Podcast Show. So if you got somebody that that want to be a Pull Up Podcast sponsor, whether that be a quarter by quarter, or they want to be a halftime or a title sponsor, please reach out to me on my IG page that Val didn't tell y'all about at the Pull Up Podcast Show, or reach out to Val and we can make the connection. We'd love to work with some of you guys. Doesn't matter what kind of brand you got. If you think that you want to work closely with us, please let us know right away. And once again, thank you so much for the fans that checked in tonight. Lisa, all you guys, I appreciate you. My boy J Dub down in North Kakalaka, everybody that checked in tonight, we appreciate you. But at this time, we got to say our favorite words, Alan. What is that?
Oh, that would be peace. Oh, there it is.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Val's the voice and Coach Tony, it's the Pull Up Podcast. So, I said Val's the voice and Coach Tony, it's the Pull Up Podcast. So, it's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. So, it's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. So, Kev is the engineer. Val is the one you hear. Hey, Coach Tony got the sports show. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. So I said Kev is the engineer. Val is the one you hear. Hey, Coach Tony got the sports show. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. So it's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.